thanks for watching Afternoon Live. If you want to improve your relationship with your partner, you need to learn what your partner's love language is. Here to help us out, we welcome back relationship and sex coach Christine D'Angelo is here. Christine, welcome.
Hello.
Well, we're going to get into it today,
yes,
aren't we?
Yes, let's get into it.
Okay, so you say that balancing romance, intimacy, and sex are the keys to a successful relationship.
Yes.
Well, how do you balance all three of those things?
The first step is to really understand the difference between those three things.
Okay.
Sex, intimacy, and romance. So sex is the physical act, physical expression of showing someone, you know, lust, attraction, love. And then intimacy is feeling a closeness and a bonding with a partner.
Okay.
And really, it can be physical, emotional, or spiritual. So there's different levels to intimacy, which is really important to recognize and acknowledge with your partner. And then romance are those like romantic gestures, are those little things that you sprinkle in throughout your relationship.
I like that, sprinkling in there.
Yes, you sprinkle it in there.
Okay.
You don't want to have too much romance because then it's like overkill, right? Yeah, you're like, okay.
Yeah, enough. And it doesn't seem genuine sometimes. It's like, all right.
Exactly.
But you don't want to have too little because then you're like, well, don't do anything.
Yeah, I want some romance, right?
Bring it on. Sprinkle it on.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we know the differences, tell us how we can incorporate them to achieve that balance.
Sure. So the best, what am I trying to say? Putting the best foot forward is to understand what your love language is. So I don't know if you're familiar with this book.
Am I?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
My husband and I both read the book, and we did the exercises, and we know our languages.
Good for you.
So excited.
Yes, not everyone does this.
No, but they will now.
Yeah, so 5 love languages, it's by Gary Chapman, and so the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving, physical touch, and quality time.
Right.
So once you can really break that down with your partner and be able to convey to them, this is how I respond really well to loving gestures.
Right.
So if you have a partner who's constantly giving you gifts, and you respond best to quality time, there's a disconnect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't we speak to our partners in our own love language often? Because I'm trilingual, so my husband has it bad because he has to do 3 things. Yeah. They all got the same number. So it's words of affirmation, quality time, and I'm missing one. Well,
acts of service.
Acts of service.
How did I know?
I don't know, right? So those 3, exact number. His love language, physical touch, by far number 1. Everything else was like way lower. So I've been speaking to him in my languages, and he's been trying to speak to me in his language, and we've been like,
yeah, that miscommunication can really just lead to a lack of understanding our partners and what they need from us. So once you can get that communication part down and really opening that line of communication, it really helps us know where we need to put our work, where we need to put our efforts into our relationships to build them up and make a strong foundation of love and understanding.
Absolutely.
Right? And that way you just better understand your partner. So for a lot of my clients, you know, especially my male clients, they hear a lot from their partners like, I want more romance. I just want more romance. And the guys are like, okay, I don't know what that means. Do you just want flowers all the time? Or sometimes they think it always has to be this big grand gesture, you know, like you gotta take you away for the weekend and like all this stuff. It doesn't have to be that big. It can be really, really small things. To build the intimacy, just letting your partner know that you're thinking about them.
Yeah, like putting gas in the car.
Yeah.
Simple acts of service.
That's so kind.
That was one that was just plainly put out there behind the scenes from my producer. And she would love that.
Yes.
And that would speak volumes. You know?
One of the acts that I really love to offer up is if you get up before your partner does, put a love note in the bathroom, in the mirror, or on their steering wheel, wherever you know that they're going to see something in the morning where you're not around, so that it just says, have a great day, I'll be thinking about you.
Oh,
so it's something so small, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much effort.
It doesn't.
No.
Talk about quality time.
Okay.
Because sometimes people find that to be like, oh, what does that mean? I have to just like take you away for a weekend and we spend time together?
No.
I don't think so. It could be watching a movie together or something.
It could be playing a card game, a board game, doing a puzzle together, maybe learning a dance. You know, if you know your partner's always wanted to learn salsa, take your partner to a dance class. And that's quality time.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And then let's talk real quick about the physical touch, because I think a lot of people get nervous. I know when I got a little nervous at first when my husband's language was physical touch. I thought that directly meant only sex all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not. It could mean just an extra hug.
Yeah.
To me, what feels extra, to him, it's necessary. You know, or like a stroke of your back, or just a touch.
This is where communication comes in very handy. Communicate with your partner. Ask questions. What does touch mean to you? What does that look like? Like, how can I show you that on a daily basis? And it's non-sexual, right? Of course, the sexual touch is nice too, but let's break it down.
And you continue to break it down, which is why we love you.
Thank you
so much for coming. We'll have more info on our website at katu.com.